We're approaching the 7 o'clock hour, and this is when activity is really going to start to pick up around the region. And we're seeing that pretty nicely here on the latest radar. Let's take a look. Now, I don't have the winter mask on because sometimes that can deceive you, it can confuse you, it can make you jump into thinking that the snow is changing to ice faster or the rain. So it's best to take this out and then look at the observations afterwards. What do we have here? We have precipitation rapidly advancing, but you see this right here? This tells me that that low level moisture that we were talking about 2 hours ago is really starting to interact with this precipitation shield and allowing for the rapid onset of precipitation. And that is exactly what we're starting to see in Philadelphia. We're starting to see snow getting reported, snow in northeastern Pennsylvania, snow and sleet in central Pennsylvania, and this whole surge is pushing to the east. This whole setup is essentially driven by warm air transport, and that's it. Not anything like a strong low pressure system or anything of that nature. So, what you have is a first shot of heavy snow, then sleet, snow, and freezing rain, and then sleet and freezing rain. And the amounts of ice is pretty much determined by how fast this moves and how fast those transition zones take place. So when we take a look at the latest observations here, you can see the snow starting to break out in Philadelphia, light snow showing up. We still have freezing rain down here in Atlantic City. We weren't expecting much, maybe a trace of snow at most. You're also seeing up towards Wilkes-Barre and Scranton, light snow being reported. Notice we're not getting a lot of moderate to heavy snowfall signatures yet, but I think that changes as we move on through the evening as the phrenologenesis gets stronger. Out towards State College, we are getting snow and sleet. We'll probably see this quite a bit as it moves into the New York City metro and central New Jersey over the next, I'd say, 45 to 90 minutes. This is the leading edge right here. You see this right here? This is our lifting parameter that's going to be driving this whole event. This feature here is tracking pretty much where I thought it would as far as the forecast. Other models were a little bit further south. I didn't buy that based on the whole nature of this weather pattern. Again, we don't have any ridge in the west, and this is all driven by the interaction of the subtropical jet stream with the polar vortex or a piece of the polar vortex that is hanging out in the Hudson Bay. So, combination of those factors usually leads to a lot of isotropic lifting events or overrunning. Taking a look at the 850 millibar temperatures here, you can see there is that warm push. Now, a little bit higher in the atmosphere, right around 800 millibars. You're probably seeing this warm push maybe out to here, okay, out ahead of the 850 millibar low. And this whole feature is just going to continue to track due east, just along with what we have set up with our upper level winds. And you can see on the infrared satellite picture all of our strong lifting. And again, here's our 850 millibar low right here. And all the strong lifting is moving right towards the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan areas. Again, the colder the cloud tops, the stronger the lifting. So we're seeing that right there. Model guidance right now is pretty much lined up to exactly what we have set up with our radar, and that will continue to march through this evening. The bulk of this precipitation is basically occurring between 7 and midnight. After that, we kind of taper off to rain, sleet, and snow, kind of spitting, nothing really heavy as your steady, heavy precipitation lifts up into New England. And then by tomorrow morning, we pretty much clear out. So we'll continue to watch this. Next hour, we'll probably be going over a lot of the observations over the area with snow and sleet starting off rather earnestly. Next update in an hour. In the meantime, stay safe out there.